Welcome back to SportLab, where football gets the deep dive it deserves. Arsenal have done it. They've knocked Real Madrid out of the Champions League with a commanding 5-1 aggregate win, sealing their spot in the semi-finals. In a drama-filled night at the Bernabeu, Bukayo Saka went from villain to hero, and Mikel Merino ran the show. Let's break it all down.
Everybody, so good to have you still with us. So Arsenal knocked out Real Madrid at the Bernabeu tonight. Huge result for them in the Champions League. And Thierry's been looking at how well they did things defensively tonight. Thierry.
Yeah, they did. And when you play Arsenal and whenever they're low, they always do the same thing. Wingers will defend the players that is wide, as you're going to see here. But one thing that Real Madrid didn't do well at the beginning of the game, as you're going to see, and you can roll it now, you can always see Martinelli facing Lucas Vazquez. But if you pose in and around here, as you can see here, that's your winger. Bukayo Saka is already there, but you can't be. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players looking at the block. What are you going to do? You need to put people in between the lines to make sure that they can retreat. They did it a bit more after that, but you can't carry on to play like this. Roll it. You will see you can go around the block and do whatever you want. Bukayo Saka is always going to help. It's him that's going to go here on Vinicius Jr. and your back four barely moves. Pose again. Your back four is always here, and it might sound crazy what I'm going to say, but you still can play now. You would play now if your winger always go out to play and defend on the wide man. Your back four is always solid inside, and they are always well positioned. And again, the Madrid players are too much on outside. People don't go between the lines too much. It becomes really easy for Arsenal to defend. Very easy. You have to put the ball in the box or try to do something else. And that's the one I want to talk about. This is, you see, it's very difficult, but you're going to see him. This is Bukayo Saka, okay? The game is, I'm not saying it's almost won, but they were kind of okay. He doesn't have to come back. And you'll see it even more. But that's not the spirit of the team. Roll it. He doesn't have to come back. Look at him, okay? He doesn't have to come back. He can pass it on and maybe stop here and pass it on. But he doesn't. This is why Arsenal are very difficult to beat when they play away from home, and they are low, because that's the one I was talking to him about at the end of the game. Look at where he is. And at that particular moment, pause. Yes, because he came back, he could stay in. That ball is stopped. And he's there. And if you see it after, when you roll it, this is what I say, when it's always them defending wide. He didn't have to come back. He's going to clear that ball, he's going to win it, and you see he would have a little celebration that we won't see. But that's why, and that's how you can defend against Real Madrid. We've seen it when they did it against Man City or so. Yeah, they were down to 10 men, but they are very difficult to break when they do that.
So do you think PSG is going to be more difficult for Arsenal?
Yes, I'll tell you why. Because you saw on one of the clip high and wide, he was Vinicius Jr., but on the right-hand side, it was Lucas Vazquez. So when Martinelli was going to face Lucas Vazquez, you stay in front of him, he's not going to beat you. Against Paris Saint-Germain, it will be Dembélé. Is it still Martinelli going to defend Dembélé? Is it still Bukayo Saka? And he can, as he's shown, to defend Kvaratskhelia or Desiré Doué or inside whoever's going to play. It's going to be very.
So you had him here. So against PSG,
that's the one.
Would you expect Luis Skelly to come a little bit further? Because this one-on-one battle here against Martinelli is going to be.
What's difficult with Paris Saint-Germain, as we've seen it, that's going to be Hakimi inside.
Yeah.
That's Dembélé, and they switch sometimes. And Hakimi is also fast. As Hakimi has quality to beat you. No disrespect to Lucas Vazquez, it's not the same thing. So they always bully you here, bully you there, and bully you, but really high. With people inside, though, as you mentioned, Jamie, yesterday, that was brilliant with Vitinha and Neves. Neves will go there. So that will make you retreat. They find space. They're better, I think, for me, on the ball than that Real Madrid side. And as I mentioned, I thought that Arsenal could do something against Real Madrid because of the balance, the offensive balance, and how they play. I didn't think that Real Madrid side this year, and we mentioned it, was as strong as the year before.
Psychologically, how important do you think it is, the fact that Arsenal have already beaten PSG this season?
For me, that Paris Saint-Germain side was growing.
Yeah.
You remember Desiree Doué? He looked like a youth team player when he played at Arsenal. He didn't look like the player that he can be. Dembele wasn't what he was. I don't even know if, I'm not too sure who started.
Dembele didn't play.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. He was trying to build his team. He was trying to make something out of the game. And that game was men versus boys. Yeah, I don't know if you remember the game. They were never in the game. That's not the same Paris Saint-Germain team that we've seen now. That's a very, very, very good team. We've seen what they've done against Liverpool. They suffered for 20, 25 minutes against Villa. They still managed to go through. I think it will be a different game. Possible, but a different game.
Well, I'd love to stay and chat. Kate, back to you. We're over time. No more seconds. Let's go. Come on.
I know you're very concerned about whether we'd see Peter Schmeichel again. I can tell you we will. He's speaking to, or has spoken to, Thomas Müller. No, you can't come back to the desk.
We've got to go.
Not gone. The show's still going on.
Come on, it's overtime.
Peter Schmeichel with Thomas Müller. Could it be his last interview post a Champions League game? It certainly will be his last interview post a Champions League game. I don't know that much. We're going to hear from them in a few. Stay with us. They'll be back. Don't worry.
Your reign as Arsenal boss, where does this one rank for you? 2 legs and you've beaten the holders Real Madrid.
One of the best nights in my football career for sure, and really a special one. I mean, we played against the team with the biggest history. That has been an inspiration, I think, for all of us in this competition, and to be able to win the tie in the manner that we've done it, I think we have to be very proud of ourselves.
Back to back. Look, I think it's just such a special night for this club. It's a historic night for this club. We have an objective in this competition. We want to play the best teams and we want to win this competition. And there was a lot of talk coming here about them coming back because they've done it so many times before. But we had so much belief and confidence from that first leg that we had enough to come here and win the game, and not just win the game. We knew we was going to suffer, but we knew we was going to win. And we had it in our mind, and then we done it in real life. So what a night for the club.
Obviously, the history we have in this competition is so short. It's the 3rd time in our history that we've done what we just done. So we need to build on that, and we are really hungry. We want more. It's a really young team that is very determined, and all these experiences, including me for sure, is going to help us a lot to try to achieve something big.
Paris Saint-Germain, you have already beaten this Champions League campaign. Now you're going to meet them in semi-finals. How different are the 2 teams from when you last met?
Yeah, much different. I see them playing with much more confidence. We watched them again last night and they were top. So, we'll be ready. It will be a big challenge, a very good match. But, we'll be ready.
Can Arsenal win this?
Yeah, I like to believe that. And I think we can.
Bukayo Saka with the belief that Arsenal can win it after knocking out the defending champions. Mikel Arteta said it's one of the best nights of his career. Joe, just sum up how Arsenal played across the 2 legs.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant night for Arsenal and for Mikel Arteta and all them young lads you see there playing. The club's in a fantastic position at the moment, because the league's gone. The full focus is now on this competition. They've played PSG before, so there's no uncertainty there. I know PSG are a different entity. The sticking point is the second legs in Paris. I think that's, especially now the away goals has been taken away, I think that's a huge advantage for the team that gets that. But it's just a fantastic night, and I wouldn't want to take anything away from Arsenal and their group of players. They've been absolutely brilliant. To go to Real Madrid and do that at the Bernabeu was remarkable. So credit to them.
What does this say about Arsenal, Owen, and their mentality now as they look to push on and perhaps lift this trophy?
They're ahead of the curve. I think what you would say is it's hard to win the Champions League. It takes years. It really takes years. And you look at PSG, what they've been able to over 10 years, and they're just kind of really there with the right team. Mikel has a great team. Okay, they're probably missing 1 or 2 kind of players to take them there, but I think they showed that they can go anywhere. 5-1 over 2 legs, Linz, against Real Madrid with all those world-class players, and they did it in a different way. In the Premier League, they dominate with the ball. I think at the Bernabeu they had about 38% possession on the counter-attack, brilliant on set pieces in the first leg. They have a brilliant defence, great goalkeeper, and they got brilliant players at the top of the pitch. The Saka goal is ridiculous. I mean, in the first leg, the game's really tight and Declan Rice gets a couple set pieces. Watch this goal, the football, patience. You can't, even Marino, you'd have to say, the ball he plays, Linz, Saka, his awareness to make the run in behind off Rudiger. This goal is just pure class. Saka is such a smart player. He has a feel, he knows, okay, could come in here. But the composure from everyone, Declan, Rudiger, look at this ball. Look at the run. Look at the finish lines. These guys, you give these young guys confidence, and they've got that now. They're a problem. They really are. I love that celebration as well. And he missed a pen just before.
It says a lot about his mentality as well, doesn't it, to respond to that setback from earlier in the game, Joe?
Yeah, I think he's an absolutely brilliant player. I think he's actually England's most important player. I think he gives, that's a complete different entity, but and Arsenal, I think him coming back in for the first leg. You have to remember, his injury might have been another 10 days as well, and he misses these 2 legs. And I think it's a very, very different story if Saka don't play. Because I think the impact, I know it was Declan Rice's night in the first leg and Declan was brilliant, but I think the impact of having Saka in that team, not just for the Arsenal team and their fan base, but also the opposition, I think he frightens the life out of people because he's so direct, he scores goals. And Owen's right, it was a brilliant, brilliant goal. Yeah. And to do it, listen, he fluffed his lines for the penalty, and it's horrible when you have moments like in games, and it can, and the best players can just dust themselves off and go and do things like that. And he is one of the best players, believe me.
He's got experience of having to do that before as well, but he's just getting stronger and stronger. It was Marino who assisted him. It was beautiful. And also a second assist for Marino for that Martinelli goal in stoppage time.
But look, Lindsay, you get a goal up, you play on the break. Martinelli makes an amazing run. Great ball from Marino. How quick are you? Martinelli, way too quick. And a brilliant finish. And that's the recipe. Can you defend well? And can you attack? We saw Inter do it. And Arsenal, I just think they have a really good blend. And I think now they're really starting to believe. Before the 2 ties, you would have said, no, there's no way they can beat Real Madrid or not. But now they've knocked them out. And they've done it in the manner that they did. Every single Arsenal player, manager, fan will believe they can knock PSG out without question. But that's a blueprint. Defend well, hit them on the counter.
Do you know what I think? I think if Arsenal are in a title race, I would give them no chance because I just think, but the fact that they've got this energy and they can focus it all on that, they have got a chance.
It's a good point. And they've got Declan Rice as well in the form of his life in that midfield, Owen. It was a masterclass from him in both legs.
Joe knows what it's like when you come through as a player and you have a big name, and then you play in a game like this against some of the guys you've looked up to for decades. You've been watching the Champions League as a young lad at West Ham, and then you play against your heroes, and then you eclipse them. It's such a powerful feeling. And I thought Deck showed why. He's in a game full of superstars. He was probably the biggest star in that first leg. Today, he got man of the match in both games, Lindsay. And I love that about Deck. He's very humble, takes the award, no big celebrations, scores 2 free kicks, like prime David Beckham. And he gets better the bigger the game gets. And that's the sign of a top player. Deck's only going to get better. And he's still in his infancy. And I just think going there, playing in the Bernabeu, one of the hardest games to play in, and playing with such confidence, tells you all you need to know about Declan Rice.
There was a point where we thought he was going to miss the first leg of the semi-final as well because he was given a yellow card. Real Madrid were awarded a penalty, but after a VAR check, the referee overturned his decision, rescinded the yellow card for Rice, which means he can feature. But you knew watching that he really believed that Mbappe had dived. You kind of know he's not that kind of player who would... Who would shout at the referee like that?
We've all told off our kids, and then they're pleading, and you look at them, they're so saying it wasn't me. But Declan, you saw his face; he really believed it wasn't. And when you saw the replays, I think Ali did really well in comms because he saw it straight away live. It was his arms was on him like Mbappe, but he's just felt it and gone. And I think Declan, it was. Great. First of all, great to see it not given, and also we wouldn't want him missing the first leg of the semi-final. Absolutely brilliant.
Arsenal are going to need him in this form. Brave decision from the referee as well in that stadium in front of that crowd. We're going to get more reaction now from the Bernabeu with Reshman Chowdhury, Steve McManaman and Martin Keown.
I can tell you it's been an absolutely incredible night here at the Santiago Bernabeu. The noise, the tension, the anticipation. But Arsenal overcame all of it. Martin, it feels like a coming of age for this side. What impressed you the most?
Well, the whole team, really. Every single one of them. The wide players, Saka, Martinelli, they've just done an amazing job tonight here. They were young men. Saka just 2 weeks ago was coming back from major surgery. He was magnificent again here tonight. Misses a penalty. It was tense, nervy in those first 30 minutes. It never really created any rhythm. I think that helped Arsenal, all of that, contentious decisions that were being made early on. But, the way that Declan Rice took a hold of the game and controlled things in midfield, and then, a wonderful evening for Arsenal.
It really was. Very much the opposite over the two legs for Real Madrid as well. So convincingly beaten.
Yep.
The inquest definitely in full swing already. How are they going to receive this?
Terribly, like they normally do. Heads will roll. Manager will leave at the end of the season, probably. Barcelona are ahead of them in the league, have beaten them convincingly twice this year. They got them in the Copa del Rey final, but they'll have to win to rescue something from the season. But it was a poor performance over the two legs, but it's indicative of how Real Madrid have been playing. They have not been playing well. If anybody's been seeing them, they've seen them struggle in La Liga and in the cup matches, and it carried on today, and Arsenal were convincing winners over the two legs. No problems whatsoever.
No problems whatsoever. Huge night, as I say, for Arsenal then here at the Bernabeu, and it is PSG who will wait in the semis.
Against PSG, so I know who I'll be supporting on the night, but we always want English teams to do well. It's such a special competition, and we saw last night with Villa, they've been on an incredible run. I think that their performances has been incredible, and also to see Prince William and George there last night celebrating as father and son, a great performance from them on the night. You always want English teams to do well.
So you be supporting PSG like me. Thanks. Thank you.
David! Can I ask where you are, David? Where are you in the world today?
I'm actually in Miami. At the moment.
What, have good Wi-Fi in Miami? CBS not paying enough?
Sorry?
No good Wi-Fi in Miami?
Wi-Fi, actually, do you know what? We actually lost Wi-Fi about 10 minutes ago, but we got it back. Yeah, I'm in a new house, and Wi-Fi is a bit sketchy, apparently.
Where have you moved to the beach?
I need to update my plan. Well, we're close to the beach.
What are you saying? You promised me wine last time, David. I want to invite to Miami. I want to hang with the real stars.
Don't worry, I'm there for the semis, so I'll be bringing wine and a couple of good mates.
And don't forget the sticky stuff.
Oh God!
Have you already run out of the sticky stuff? Don't worry, there's plenty of that.
So the promise for wine was made to you when we actually did a rehearsal for the new show that David's got coming up with CBS, correct?
I agree.
But we had a good time rehearsing this. I enjoyed it. We had some good conversations. Yeah. Relived a few good kind of rivalry moments between Arsenal, United, Thierry, David.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
My God, you didn't
make it look so easy. And for me personally, it was just, I was quite nervous about the rehearsal and about how it was going to go. Because like I said, you guys make it look so easy, but you all made me feel so comfortable. And I think we had a great time.
Well, wait till you have the wine. Well, it'll all be easy. It'll all be comfortable, won't it?
Well, there you go.
Can we have wine?
There'll be wine,
Yes.
Good conversation, so it'll be good.
And who's going to be hosting
bit
it?
Of cheese, bit of ham. Who's going to be hosting it?
Is it going to be Emmy-nominated Katie Scott, as she was called before?
Name.
Are you involved,
Absolutely.
Kate? Are you with
Absolutely.
us?
Congratulations on the nomination.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yes, I am involved. Are you calling me Katie
well
too?
Deserved.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yes, I'm very excited.
Are you hosting?
I am hosting,
Okay, so you'd rather be with David and friends than with the people that you've been with for so long?
Question from Jamie. I didn't say that. Do you know what the great thing is and the blessing is? I get to be with all of you. I get to do both things. That's how lucky I am.
Wow.
So, yes, I feel very privileged. No double pay. No. That's one to be discussed with Pete offline. Doing it for the love of the show, the love of the game,
David, I have a question for you.
I'm the A-list guest.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Pierre.
So, I want to talk about Inter Miami. I know you're in the semi-final against Vancouver. The only MLS team that won it is Seattle. Yeah. How important it is for you to make sure that you're going to be the second MLS team to ever win it, because we all know that usually the Mexican team wins that competition.
Yeah, well, you know, Thierry, how obviously, because you want to be recognised in this competition, and there's some tough games and tough teams. So we're excited about being in the semi, but I think, like you said tonight as well, I think Arsenal have done well. They've beat Real Madrid, they've got through to the semis, but now they're coming up against PSG, and they're not in the final yet. So you've got another big team to play against, and it's the same for us over here. Obviously we're going to come up against a good team in Vancouver, but fingers crossed we can get to the final, and then it's all about winning it.
So just to remind everybody, the reason that you're here with us again is that you're promoting your new show, which is coming up in conjunction with Paramount Plus, Beckham and Friends. It's a live show. It's a watch-along of the semi-finals, the second legs. You're doing it for the second legs and for the final. So the 2 second leg shows you're going to do live from here from the studio in London. You're flying all your friends in for it, and then you'll get them out to Munich for the final. We can't reveal any names yet, but they're all David's friends, so they're all very special people, A-list only. Yes. Will Jamie make the invite? We don't know. Yes, tune in to find out. But we're super excited to be part of that with you and to have you as part of the CBS family. And we're looking forward to those shows. I know they're going to be fun.
Yeah, can't wait. Hopefully I get picked.
Me too. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes, sir.
I'm really looking forward to it. Cara, of course you'll get picked.
Thank you.
David,
yes.
So welcome.
Hold
You've made me all feel so welcome. And like I said, you all make it look so easy. And trust me, it's not so easy. So thank you for the warm welcome. And I'm actually really looking forward to turning up with a few mates, a few glasses of wine, and watch the game and great conversation.
Wait. Before you go, David, you said Cara's getting it. What about Big Meeks, man?
Is Big Meeks being picked?
You're all invited.
Oh.
You're all invited.
Oh. I thought we had a right back. I thought Gary Neville would be one of the A-listers.
No comment.
David, thank you so much for joining us from over there in the States. We appreciate it. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time. We look forward to it.
You're welcome. And thanks for
thank you.
keeping us all entertained over there. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you,
David.
Take
See you,
care.
David, too.
Bye-bye. Round of applause. Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Inviting A-listers, Big Meeks, glass of wine,
Do you feel like you squeezed it out of him, though?
Yeah, he didn't want to invite me to do, but I'm going anyway.
You're playing for both City. You're walking in.
I'm walking in.
Okay. Any further plans with the show? We're going to go to a break. That's what we're going to do. We'll reset. Yes, we'll be back in a minute. Talk about a few things. I imagine we might talk about the semi-finals, amongst
We're
other
going to go out
things.
to Guillaume or Peter, or you forgot about them?
I haven't forgot about them. No, they're all part of the
A-listers
team.
only.
I'm on top of everything. Just relax.
All right.
Go to a break. We'll come
Well,
back.
we've got to leave. I've got to leave in 8 minutes, so...
Don't we all, Micah?
Coming into the second leg, Arsenal was sitting comfortably on a 3-0 lead. But this was the Bernabeu, and if anyone knows how to stage a comeback, it's Real Madrid. The tension skyrocketed early when Arsenal won a penalty in the 13th minute. Up stepped Bukayo Saka, but his soft, chipped effort was easily saved by Thibaut Courtois. Just moments later, the home fans thought their side had a lifeline as the referee pointed to the spot for a challenge on Kylian Mbappe. But VAR ruled it out. Contact from Declan Rice was minimal, and the penalty was overturned. In the second half, Saka made amends for his miss in style. A delicious chipped finish over Courtois after a clever assist from Mikel Merino gave Arsenal a 4-0 lead on aggregate and silenced the Bernabeu. But the drama wasn't over. Just 2 minutes later, a nightmare moment from William Saliba handed Vinicius Jr. an open goal to pull one back. Madrid pushed, the crowd roared, but Arsenal stood firm. And in stoppage time, they sealed it. Another rapid break, Merino again pulling the strings, and Gabriel Martinelli smashed home the winner on the night, 2-1 Arsenal, 5-1 on aggregate. Arsenal make history. This is only the third time Arsenal have reached the Champions League semi-finals. What's more, they'll now face Paris Saint-Germain in the last 4, a clash already buzzing with anticipation. Mikel Arteta's side showed maturity, grit, and world-class moments under pressure. It's nights like these that turn hopeful campaigns into legendary ones. Real Madrid crash out. As for Madrid, this was a humbling defeat. Even with stars like Vinicius, Bellingham, and Mbappe on the pitch, they were outplayed over 2 legs. The penalty reversal and defensive errors summed up the night. So, Arsenal march into the semi-finals. Saka's redemption, Mourinho's masterclass, and a night to remember in Madrid. Are the Gunners now serious favourites to win the Champions League? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more match breakdowns, highlights, and tactical analysis, all here on SportLab. See you in the semis.